Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Or you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
You don't want that. You don't want that. Get out of here, baby.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Switch, and hey, here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott from the gun. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Lock in.
A A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Lock in, lock in.
On second down, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Mark Barron in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback. And
taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Here we go, 47. Hey, here we go, sliding.
Prescott looks to throw on first. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They couldn't hook up with Decker that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Blue, blue, blue. Bang, 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 bang. Lock in, lock in.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he's brought down. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Trubisky shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Now, Barney,
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Blue. Hey, 18. Lock in. 36.
Now Trubisky to throw. Past the 20. This is caught by Williams. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We got four.
Red, up. Lock in. Blue. Lock in. We're go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
More than $63,000. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for all of your continued support.
Here we go, 46.
Four down.
Here we go, wide 8. Here we go, 46. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Get out.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nifty move. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Sit up. 180. Red, up. Lock in.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. The Saints on 3rd down,
gotta go.
just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Jones on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's Njoku over the middle. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, is his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
Hey, check 24. Watch the
Lock in, lock in.
Here's West. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Four down. Check.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. To the right side and complete to Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a toss. This is West. He's got the first down and more past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charkandrick West, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. The defense was expecting run. They got it. They just forgot to stop him.
Sometimes execution just wins, doesn't it? And give a lot of credit to the big guys up front because they knew they were running against a defensive front that was probably overloaded, and they had to find a way to create just a little bit of space, and they ended up creating a lot of space, and off he went.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down, Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now a first down carry by Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Second down, Prescott. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off the play fake, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Lock in. Kill. Set up. 180.
They begin here with a run by West. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
You see it? Lock in.
On first down, Trubisky. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Red, up. Lock in. Check 43.
On the toss, there goes West. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Trubisky.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Lock in. Hurry.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lock in, lock in. Reds up.
Now West. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas.
Reds up. Reds up. Blue.
Mike 51.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
We got 4 down.
Now Prescott. And it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And some room to maneuver. And Hill running right through it. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Sit up. 180.
Check. 3 down.
Lock in.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now Trubisky lost the football. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Blue.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll run it with West. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You see it? Lock in.
Tighten up.
Red, up.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lock in.
Check 4.
Now Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Lock in, lock in.
Now Trubisky on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Gotta go, gotta go. Lock in, lock in. Blue, blue, blue.
Check 99. Check 99.
Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go, 46. Done. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of his end zone, Prescott to Decker over the middle. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard.
Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out.
You got 4. You got 4.
Here we go, going to 54. 180.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun, out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, 18. Honey, hut.
53 is the mic.
Now Trubisky to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You don't want to, hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Reds up. Lock in.
Check 13.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go, 47, 47. 26.
Second down, Prescott. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
26.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Good. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Red, up. Blue. Lock in.
Big edge.
Lock in.
Hey, watch it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That's Njoku over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?